Okay, so let's move on to a new data type. We're just going to spend a couple minutes on this one, but I want you to know it and recognize it because you'll see it later in the class. It's called a tuple. I remember how to say it. Some people call it tuple. It doesn't look like a tuple to me. It looks like Tupperware, right? It's almost the same word. So, and it's a good way to remember it because you store things in Tupperware, just like you store things in tuples. A tuple is like a list in almost every way, except for one really critical difference. Okay? A tuple is ordered, it is indexed. The big difference is a tuple is immutable, meaning once I create this, I can't change just a part of it. Okay? So once I create this, I can't change it. I can delete everything from it and put new stuff in there, but I can't just change Bill, let's say, to something else. I can't reorder them. So the cases for using a tuple would be when you want to make sure that under no circumstances can your order of items in that list be changed or the values be changed after creation, then just use a tuple. Now, what do we use tuples for when we don't use lists? A lot of times we use it for settings in programs because when you run a program at the beginning, maybe there are certain settings you want to store, like the size of the window or the placement of certain objects in the window or something like that. That's a use for a tuple. Another use for a tuple is often as you get into more advanced programming, you're going to encounter objects and classes that require you to submit a parameter to send them data in the form of a tuple. A really common one is coordinates, like X and Y coordinates to place something on the screen. Instead of sending the X and the Y as separate things, you send them as a tuple together. So the way you recognize a tuple is very simple. You look at the ends, and if it doesn't have square brackets, but instead it has parentheses, if it's a collection with parentheses, you know it's a tuple, and you know that means it's immutable. So here are our three data types together. The first one is what? We see the curly braces and we see key and value pairs. We know it's what? What type? Dictionary. Good. This is a list. And the last one is a tuple. There you go. So that's what they look like next to each other. And that's how you can tell them apart.